Hello students and welcome to my channel. Now we are going to learn about how to value material on FIFO basis and weighted average method. So let's start how to calculate material on first in first out and weighted average method.
Students. So now today we will learn the concept of stock valuation method. We will start with FIFO and weighted average method. So dear student, these are two methods of valuing stock as per different calculation methods. FIFO stand for first in first out. First in first out means the stock which we purchase first that needs to be sale out first, or you can say issue to the production line first. So that is called first in first out. And the average weighted average stand for the sum of your having stock plus adding stock and thereafter dividing it with the both numbers and then getting it done. So in both the cases I'm going to explain with illustration. We have an illustration with us. You can see it here. So from the following particulars, prepare the stock records of first in first out and weighted average. For the same illustration we will do it again. So first of all, I would like to mention over here the dates which are given over here. So in that date we need to follow chronological order. What does it mean, chronological order? So I'll explain it with the format. This is the date, transaction, unit and rate. On 4th of January 2014, the purchase was taken place of 40 units at the rate of rupees 30. So when you purchase this material or this things, it was purchase price was for 30 rupees. And on 17th January, you purchase again 60 units of at the rate of 28. This is what the thing in market, what you purchase today will not get it tomorrow at the same rate. So this is what the market fluctuation, and we buy it for 28 rupees. On 20th January 2014, it was the sale of 50 units and the rate was 35 rupees. This rate will not consider while valuation of stock, because on valuation stock, cost or market price, whichever is lower, and considering that fact, normally selling price is made up of the profit. So we will ignore this kind of pricing for valuation of stock. So we will ignore pricing of sale. Selling price will be ignored. Then again on 22nd January purchases, 25th January sales. That's why this region is plotted with pink, yellow. That yellow color has been used to mark this. Again sale, again that red yellow. And here you can find that units, the quantity comes in and quantity goes out. We need to understand the concept, what is coming in and what is going out, what proportion it is there. Again, purchase is taken place. Again on 31st March, sale happened. But the stock on the hand on 1st January 2014 was 50 units at the rate of rupees 25 each. What does it mean? It means that we must start our calculation or our presentation from 1st of January 2014. We should not start from 4th January because chronological order. We must follow the order which should follow the dates. Now we are going to prepare solution as per FIFO, first in first out. This is our stock ledger and we are preparing with the columns of date, transaction, receipts, issues and balances. Issue stand for sale. It goes out, comes in, goes out. Receipt for comes in, issues are goes out. Now this is further subdivided among three parts. Unit means your quantity, then price, you can say it rate. So unit, price and amount, unit, price and amount, unit, price and amount. All three elements should be considered. Now, while writing the solution, we'll follow the first step. We must follow the date. First date should be 1st January 2014 as per chronological order. And what is this? This is made up of opening stock. So we are writing in transaction. This is your opening stock. So hence, being opening stock, it will not be contained in the part of receipt or price or amount or not. This is an issue, but this is a balance. This is your opening balance that needs to be mentioned. So you have opening balance of 50 units at the rate of 25 each. This is your first transaction has been recorded. Then we are following as per date. I'm letting here one line to just for practicing. You need to understand that one line should be leave. Why I'm telling this? It will come with multiple transactions ahead. First day January is over. Now it's 4th of January. Again, purchase is taken place. So purchase of 40 quantity at the rate of 30 each. So 40 into 30 will be 1,200. So issue will not be taken place, but balance. What about balance? You have already opening balance with you of 50 units at 25 each. And again you purchase 40 units at 30 each, and this is at different pricing. Hence we should put it aside that 50 units are different and 40 units are different. 50 unit is your first come and this 40 afterwards. So on 1st January it was there at your balancing at your go down. Okay, it was your opening stock. Then on 4th January you purchase 40 units. Now we are moving ahead. The next transaction taken place on 17th January. Again it is of purchase, and this time the quantity is 60 unit at 28. So here what you have your opening 50 units which was at the rate of 25 125. You had another 40 units purchased at the rate of 30, so that cost around 1,200. And recently the latest one is 60 unit at 28. That means 1680 pricing. So why I told you to leave one line? This is the reason we must able to understand the distinguish between the dates, that this is all about 4th January, this is all about 17th January. We are taking note of that particular day, the day on the date of transaction what we have with us. Then I'll follow here. The next date is 28th January of selling 50 units. So I'm moving ahead. So on 28th January we have made a transaction of sales. That means it will not record in receipt, it will be in issues. Now we want to issue 50 units and we have it on opening stock. That means this 50 will release from this opening stock which have rate of 25 rupees. That means I am preparing over here. This 50 units has been gone out of that 50 units. That means the balance of your opening stock is now nil. But what about another stock? That 40 unit is still there at the rate of 30. Again that 60 unit which you purchased recently, that is again there. So now onwards that 50 which was your opening stock has been issued. So again in coming date that opening stock will not be there. We'll start from this 40. What after this 2020? There is again purchase on 22nd January. So on 22nd January we have purchased, and purchase comes in receipt at the rate of 29. So while cost become 2320, but we have open with 40 units at the rate of 30. Again that's another 60 at the rate of 28, and the last and the latest one is 80 units at 29. So this was your 22nd January. On 25th and 28th you have sales transaction. So let's see what is happening over here. On 25th we need to sell, and how much quantity is given there? 80 units need to sell. but you can't sell directly 80 units because you have 40 units first. So that has to be given at the rate of 30, and the balancing 40 units as per the rate of 28. Look at this. I'm showing the balancing table. First 40 has been issued. And what about this 60? Out of 60, we need only 40. So balance is 20 units at the rate of 28. And 80 is untouched. There is no change in 80. So we carried on this with. Again, we have the sales transaction of 80 units. And this time we have only 20 with, sorry, how much it is? 20 units, and we have this 20 in at the rate of 28, which is out of this, and this will become nil. I'm just showing it off because we are giving it out of that. So after that, we are having 80 units balance. Now again, purchase of 100 units is going to take place. Purchase of 100 units at the rate of 26, it will become 2600, but you have 80 units of 29. That means after this you should write that 100. And what about the last day? On the last day of 31st January, we are selling 90 units, but 90 as a bunch, we have only 80 units bunch first. So out of that 80, we will give 80. That means this 80 will end up. And what about the rest? We need to give more 100. That will be out of that 100. And your balance will be 90 units at the rate of 26. This amount, 90 units at the rate of 26, 2340 is your value of stock, 2340. So cost of goods sold, the next concept of cost of goods sold, we need to calculate with the formula, and that formula is made up of cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. I'll mention this 2340 is your closing stock, and the purchase amount, you can add up this amount from the purchases or receipt column. All this amount 1 2 3 4 4, so these all called as purchase amount, and you can get it 7800. This is your purchase amount, and this purchase add up with the opening stock 1250. So opening stock 1250 plus purchases 7800 minus 2340 is your closing stock. You will get 6710 as a cost of goods sold. After this cost of goods sold, we can check it out how much quantity you have sold. This is here. In case of issue, you calculate, add up this all, you directly get this 6710 as a total. So this is the cross check, 6710. Therefore, value of stock on 31st January 2014 is 90 units. So this was an example of computation of valuation of closing stock on the basis of first in first out method. Okay, so calculation of first in first out is concluded that value of stock on 31st January 2014 is 90 units at the rate of 26, amounting rupees 2340. Now the next method is weighted average method. We are preparing the stock ledger. Again, we will follow the format which has been made up for the FIFO method. So the same format will be prepared, and I would like to present the first transaction as it is, because on 1st January there is opening stock, and that opening stock balance has to be posted over here. After that, there is first transaction of purchase. Here purchase we recorded as same as recorded in FIFO on receipt side, but in case of writing it to the balance, we will add up this opening stock 50 will become add up with this 40, then it become 90 units. And the pricing, look at this pricing, how you will get this pricing will be getting by You will get this pricing with the help of formula, the total amount divided by total units. 2450 divided by 90, you will get it 27.222222222. This is the difference between first in first out and weighted average. In first out, we need to present on different lines according to their purchasing record chronological order, but here we are adding up. That means we are averaging off. Again, we have the purchase of 60 units at the rate of 28. So this time your 90 plus 60 become 150, and 2450 plus 1680 become 4130. And again 4130 divided by 150, you will get 27.5333333333. Now we are moving further. On 20th January 2014, the transaction of sales will take place in issues. How much unit you want to sell? 50 units. And what will be the rate? We should follow the last rate which we calculated, that is 27.533, and we multiplied this with that, we'll get 1377. That means out of this 150, we sell 50, your balance is 100 units. Again, I'll write 4130 was the last pricing. We less it 1377 and get 2753. So the amount will be written over here is division of this, and converted amount becomes 27.53. Moving ahead to this, again the purchase taken place, this time at the rate of 29, 80 units. 80 plus 100, you will get 180, and again the amount will add up, and amount divided by 180, you will get the average pricing. On 25th January, you will have the transaction of sales. So this sales will taken place in issues out, and this time we must follow the rate which is 28.18, which is last recorded. Out of 180, you sell 80, balance will be 100. Then amount minus amount, you will get a numbers. Again, there is a averaging. Then on next transaction after this sale, again the sale taking place of 20 units, and these 20 units again out of the 100, then your balance will be 100 minus 20, 80. And this is how we are calculating ahead. After this 28, we are purchase again the quantity of 100 units at the rate of 26. You are this 26, this quantity will be add up with quantity 80 plus 100, you will get 180, and amount plus amount 2255 plus 2600 will add up, and we'll get this amount should be divided by 180. And the last transaction on 31st January, we have the transaction of sales of 90 units, and that has to be 26.97. And again we'll follow the balancing amount 2428. I would like to say that closing stock as per Fifo is 2340, and as per weighted average 2428. That means that when we are changing methods, your stock valuation may or always change. Now the cost, we are calculating the cost of goods sold with the help of the formula opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Everything is same. Opening stock is again same, closing stock purchase is same, but closing stock is different. The last time opening stock was 1250. Again we have the same, and the purchases is same 1250, and the tally amount of purchases is again there. We can get it there. So this made up the formula closing stock, opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. You will get this amount 6622, and therefore we'll write over here, therefore the value of stock on 31st January 2014 is equal to so and so. So these are two methods, and this needs to be practiced, which will help you a lot in examination. The practical questions will come up on this. The formula for cost of goods sold should understand, and you should do this chapter by practicing the theorem which was given in economic order quantity, then stock valuation method, and the stock valuation valuation method of this FIFO and weighted average. So thank you student, all the best, take care.